So here, this is now the road which actually passes in front of my workshop, and I would say another 500 meters down, direction Piazza Roma, and there is actually my workshop right now in Via Mauro Macchi. And this is the corner to Via Bernardino Gatti, and Via Bernardino Gatti is crossing with Via Amati, very fancy address. The new workshop is actually here from the gray door all the way down. We're a little bit more farther down where the people are all the way down. It's about on the road, 36 meters all the way down is our property, which we bought. Marco, Min, Edgar, we bought it as a LTD. Yeah, it actually starts from here. Yeah. From this corner all the way down, and you want to see inside? Yeah. Wow, it really hurts in the ears. Here, this will be the entrance of the new workshop. Yeah, come inside and I show you. Here now the first entrance with the showcase towards the road. Somehow our customers would come in here like this. Hello, I'm searching for a nice instrument for my dream instruments. Is this the workshop of Edgar, Russ? Yeah. It's very difficult to imagine that this will become a workshop here. It's actually quite big, and so the last rooms all in the backside will become even an Airbnb, so you can stay overnight if you're lucky and find a spot where it's free. At the moment, I bought it. It was in a worse condition. I'm actually not so much in the real estate thing. I never really thought that I would do it. But when my brother passed away, I just said, yeah, come on. Edgar, just do it. You can only regret what you didn't do in life. And some people at my age are thinking of retiring, and I'm going and boost into the next step. And this is a very nice location. It's similar like the location before, a little bit hidden. You will find me if you search me, and then we can here work very calm, all of us, and have a little bit more room, and we can work and be creative. So in this first room we will probably have our computers. Nowadays you need that, otherwise you cannot get the payments and all these things, and maybe with some furniture here with some instruments inside. The lighting will be indirect. Here we have a lot of light, and then we will have here maybe a waiting area and some computers, or maybe here the computers, and here a waiting area where we can attend. The whole building is under protection. That's why it took us almost 2 years to get all the permissions of the Sovrintendenza delle Beni Culturali. It's under protection. You cannot do what you think. Even if you're actually the legal owner, you cannot here damage now the walls. We cannot hammer into it and put electricity inside. It's completely no-go. We can build some additional walls just in front of it, and all the lighting and all this is in between this wall and the original wall and the one we're going to make. This is how the procedure is. The whole building is, I thought it's 1700 something. No, the first layers are from 1200 something. Then we have over there some floors from 1500. So it still took another 200 years that Stradivari appeared. And when the building was made, it took another 500 years that Stradivari appeared in Cremona. So you just get a little bit idea how time passed by, what historical place it is. So here, if we go, we have here an entrance. We don't have light today too much, but if you come, I show you. Here we have a long corridor. So here it goes down to the basement, which is at the moment not so nice, very humid everything, and we try to make everything a little bit more dry. And here it goes down to other rooms. So here we went down, and in this room here we found some floors which were actually not like it's now inside, that was actually outside in the garden, in the yard of this building. And this wall, which is now the center wall of our workshop, it was actually years ago the outside wall into the garden. Here you see a fountain. And this is a clear sign that this had to be outside. Probably they had some tools for the agriculture or something. This is from 1500 something. And here the walls where the whole building has been built on is from 1200. It's interesting, and it's violin making is also that. And especially when we talk about Stradivari, 17th century, we think it's so much time ago. And then if you look to a building like this, where you're just in a city like Cremona, you just back by and, dog is pissing against the corner. This here is just, this is culture, and we're just a tiny part of this whole complex structure where in between the violin at 1200 hasn't even existed yet. Now we're moving to the next room. Here we didn't have anything specific here. We of course are using every piece of wood or floor or everything we can reuse, we reuse. The painting on the ceiling looks super trooper, but actually is not. Somebody has kind of restored it and they damaged a lot, but underneath there's certainly some better drawings, and we probably will do our best to make a few better things. This would be then our varnishing room. Initially we thought this becomes the musician room. From the varnishing here, this will be our core main workshop. Now you cannot see the ceilings and the nice paintings. They're nice paintings, but there are actually 3-4 paintings, one after another, and they still have to decide which layer they will go and want to be put it out. They're all in pretty bad conditions because humidity destroyed a lot, and I don't know how they're going to make it. Some of them fell already down and they just put it in the right place. I don't know how they will restore it. Here you can see all the water which damaged a lot. You can imagine how many times these walls have been repainted in different styles over the years. It would be nice to have all the walls like this, but it would be an immense cost to restore it. So we will clean it up and we will make here a second wall in front of it where all the electricity and all these things are behind. This is actually then the wall where our workshop stops from here to there, and from here over there this rest part will be an Airbnb because it's too big. Our workshop altogether, the surface is 360 square meters. In case things are proceeding how they're proceeding, sooner or later probably we'll have to sacrifice also the Airbnb, but for the time being, at least for the next 5 years, I would say it's a good idea to have also this Airbnb for violin searching friends to come to Cremona. Here's the work, and on the other side there will be the Airbnb. I just give you a quick look. Here, this floor is actually historical floor. We took it off here and we will reuse it later on the new isolated floor, but we will raise the whole floor on the same level of that one. So this one here we won't touch, we just leave it and go up. They scanned it all already, and there will be a bathroom and a sleeping room, and over there a nice living room. The ceiling up here doesn't look very appealing at the moment, but I didn't even know at all as well. They painted there with acrylic paint on top of it, but usually if you have a ceiling like that, it's a sign that underneath there must have been a very attractive, precious ceiling with decorations, again, we have to start seeing if we can take it off slowly, and if we can put in evidence the beauty of this ceiling. It would be very nice, because then this room would be really a jewel for visitors and guests who want to stay in this Airbnb. Here we have windows from the 18th and 19th century, and we will try to keep them as much as possible. There are companies who are specialized to make exactly the same style of windows, and you have to make it with these bars in between and all that. Here in Italy, years ago, they just destroyed a lot and made fancy stuff. Nowadays, you even are risking on a civil law base penalty if you just would destroy something. Let's say even for the heating, these ones, I'm not allowed to sell them, and they have to stay in the property. So if I don't use these ones, which are probably 1920 or something, then I have to keep them here. And if they come, I have to show them that I still have them. They're all measured, pictures taken, everything. Yeah. Even so, we're going to make a different heating. This one I'm not supposed to sell or take out of this entire property. Yeah? Interesting how they acted, but I think it's very good that they do it this way. Yeah? Bene.